Welcome to Hear Me Out, the show where presenters are shown slides they've never seen before and have to make a coherent presentation.
Financial security, right, is something that we all struggle with. And today I want to walk you through kind of the building blocks of how you can make that for yourself, right? And feel emotionally like you are building a foundation of financial security and you're not teetering on the edge of kind of constant like potential ruin, right? And when I think about financial security, I love to use metaphors, right? And I love to start with this idea of a tree house, because I think when it comes to financial security, we're all born, right, with a particular type of tree. So whether your family came from a lot of money or maybe financially struggled growing up, right, like we're all born with a different tree. But it's what we do with that tree, right? That's the mentality that you have to have, right? It's not about the tree that you have. It's about what you do with that tree, what you turn it into, right? Which is why I love to think about tree houses, because tree houses can be anything, right? And they're much more like kind of creative and big, and you can kind of think about it like you are really building out like your own almost kind of like cave of protection, right? With a treehouse, like you might think about a treehouse being wobbly, but it can be just as structurally sound and safe as like, a cave where you're kind of like encased in stone and really protected by solid material. Your financial treehouse can be the same way. Again, it's all about your mentality, right? I'm going to be stressing that a lot today, but it really, really is, right? Because even let's say you feel like, but I was born without a tree, man. Like, hey, I was not born with any tree. You can make a house out of anything. You can literally make a house out of ice, right? Again, it's about your mentality. And I'm here today to challenge you, right? On what are the ways where you're holding yourself back because you are mentally holding yourself back, right? There are a lot of constraints on us, but 9 times out of 10, they're just going to be mental ones. And you gotta unlock them, right? You gotta let them go, right? In order to achieve your greatness and to achieve that financial security and that success that we're all chasing, man, right? And so also, you might be like, well, but I don't like tree houses, right? Like, I don't want to do it the way that you do it. Hey, that's great, right? Everyone achieve it in your own way. Like maybe you want to kind of build towards some like Candyland house that's like wacky, right? You can do that, absolutely. But you can only achieve that if you believe that you can, right? If you think the only thing you can build is a tree house, then that's the only thing you're ever gonna build is a tree house, right? And, right, that first picture, how many of y'all, when I said treehouse, only thought of what you saw in that first picture and not what I'm showing you right now? Again, your mentality, right? You have to change your mentality. You are limiting and restricting yourselves, right? And preventing yourselves from achieving the future that you otherwise could, right? And you might be wondering now, like, how do I do that, right? Like, how do I make all this stuff happen for myself? And really, what you need to do is you need to believe in yourself so much that you believe that you could be the first person to live on the moon, to build a house on the moon in space. That is the mentality that you need to have in order to achieve your dreams, right? In order to achieve your financial success. It's not about learning the intricacies of a 401k, right? Of how to invest your money, what type of, do you want savings bonds, whatever. It's not about learning all of that. No, because anyone can learn that. Anyone can learn that. Nowadays you can Google it and you can learn it, right? You need to have the mentality. That's what makes you different, right? Because if you're scared, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to achieve your dreams. So I want to thank you all for coming to my talk today about change your mentality, change your future. Don't ever forget it.